Okay, quick tutorial for the air baby. So the single leg, single arm, crow, arm balance, frog progression, or they use it as like a freeze position, air baby freeze I think it's called in breakdancing. I'm not a breakdancer. So prerequisites before we start going into this one, we should have a good crow or a frog pose, whatever you want to call it. So when in that position, I want to be transferring more and more weight into the hands and shoulders, less weight into the legs, so not be like this. So you really need to be very comfortable here. Ideally be able to shift the legs around, take one leg backwards, do that type of movement. So that's really the prerequisite before we start going towards the air baby. Now the big difference between the air baby and the crow pose or the frog pose is basically in that position we're going forwards and backwards with our energy. With the air baby we're going to put some rotation in, so I'm going to try and stack this shoulder on top of this shoulder, this hip on top of this hip, and that's where instead of going forwards and backwards like this, I'm going to go to the side, and then that's how I get that rotation, that twist. Now I struggle with rotation, I struggle with rotation, don't have much movement there, so I compensate in my leg. Watch what happens to my left leg. It's going to go up and over to help get some balance to stop me falling back forwards. So here I'm going to transfer this leg up and over. See how that left leg goes up and over. So just bear that in mind. If you struggle with the rotation, use the leg as a little bit of a cheat. Also get this hand, so the assisting hand, to go out in front, not beside. So here I reach out in front with this hand as I take that leg over, so I'm into that fingertip position there. And then as that hand comes up, there's even more rotation and twist to try and get into that stacked position. And then all we do as we go into the position, so I'm going to go more fingertip, so see if I can go 2 fingers and hold, and then you could just do like 10-second holds there. Come back out with control. Just into 1 finger, and then obviously with the goal to start to lift off for a little bit, go back down again. So just start to float a hand up and down, and when you float the hand up, and you can use that as a bit of an assessment. So as I lift this hand up, if I fall back down this way all the time, obviously I'm not rotating enough, I've got enough weight going up and over. So if I fall the opposite way, if I go up and over that direction, I need to pull back in this direction. So it's more that rotation and probably forwards and backwards. A lot of people won't put enough weight forwards and over, they'll drop back towards their feet. So just feel which direction you're falling into, especially if that's consistent, and then try and work slightly into the opposite direction. But it is very similar to the one arm handstand, just putting that time in, light finger, hold that as long as possible, and then when you can lift up in that position. And then once you have it, you can use it as a transition to go to things like your handstand position or other arm balances. So from there, you can transition into handstands and stuff like that. Hello. Hello. Ziggy, coming up. Hello.